Hello everyone and welcome to the PM Computing channel. My name is Paul, and today what I'm doing is some VR gaming on my Linux powered gaming PC. I do have the specs up on the screen right now. This computer is running Opensuse Tumbleweed at the latest version. It is using KDE Plasma 6.3.4 using the Wayland display server. The hardware components are a Core i7-13700K CPU, 32 gigs of Corsair Dominator Platinum Series DDR5 RAM at 6400 megahertz, and a Geforce RTX 4080 made by Gigabyte, all sitting on an Asus TUF Z790 Plus Wi-Fi board. So with that all out of the way, let's see, I'm going to try to play this game, if I can get it loaded up here. I think today, there's several games I want to play, but I think we're going to start with Arken today. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this now. As we wait for it to process shaders, let me get this out of the way. Okay, so welcome to Arken. This is a pretty popular newer VR game that came out a few months ago. As you can see, we are playing a non-human character. This guy's pretty powerful. Little to no fall damage. I don't think there's any fall damage at all in this game. You can fall very high and he doesn't bat an eye. This camera's over here. This button on the controller activates menus on the Valve Index. Your other VR systems may be different. And then simply point and click. I'm going to go ahead and launch my profile. I've gotten all the way through the main campaign. I'm just kind of running around, just randomly blasting stuff right now. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and just show you some combat. I'm not going to spoil any of the story. It's pretty awesome, something you need to experience yourself. Now, weapons, you see I reach behind like a lot of other VR games and pull out the rifle. All your weapons are moddable. There's mod stations in various places around the game that you can, manufacture components and take stuff off, add stuff on, and it totally changes the way your weapon functions and how much damage it does. So in this case, basically something like a plasma repeater. Now when you run out of your batteries, these are called Arkenite batteries, and it fell out when it emptied. There's two ways to reload. You can reach behind your back, sort of Half-Life Alyx style, grab a battery pack and insert it and reload. The other way is to simply take your weapon, put it behind you, and it automatically loads in a battery, lock it in, and you're ready to rock and roll. I'm going to put the weapon back over my shoulder. Another weapon you have is your sidearm. This is also moddable. The default configuration fires something like a machine gun with little crystalline rounds that come out and explode. This one is more like a grenade launcher. You can charge it up and it fires a ball of energy, kind of like a grenade. Now, you do have to shoot this thing. Once you start charging it, it gets to a certain point, the round will blow up in your face if you don't release the trigger. So just be careful on that. And last but not least, melee weapons. You start out with an energy broadsword that has two-bladed edge. This has been upgraded to katana. It does more damage, but it's only got one edge. So your play style may vary. So I'm going to go ahead and get in some combat here. And I totally missed.
Get back here.
A little surprised to see that physics glitch. You don't see that very often. To pick up things in the environment, you can physically grab it, or you can hit the trigger once you target it.
Nora scum, capture it.
Anyone else want to negotiate? That little thing I just picked up is material you can use to craft new items. They have these smelters when you find different items around the map, and you can use those to make more. So there's two ways to get health when you get damaged. One, you can hit the button, whoops, hit the menu button, go to your inventory, go to items, and scroll through here. Here's a health pack, you can grab it. The other way is to hit this button, and it'll bring up your quick menu, and you can grab it and inject. Which in battle, obviously that's the preferred way. Now for climbing, what you're going to do is flick your wrist back and catch. And these claws, you can actually damage things and kill your enemies with these, but they're made for climbing. And the climbing mechanics in this game are flawless. They work so much better than most other VR games. One of my other favorite VR games is Hubris, and as great as it is, its climbing mechanics are really janky.
Get over here.
You get energy that you can use for some of the items later on in the game. And you collect that like breaking these crystals and collecting the energy. Just like that. the stick and set it down. Oops. I will try that again. Like I said, I've already beaten this whole section. I'm just kind of running around right now. Let's go ahead and teleport real quick. So this takes you to any area that you've previously been to. Like this is the beginning of the game down here. You see I've made my way all the way through to the end. So you can use this teleporter to fast travel between different areas. Let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do, oh, you know what, actually, hold on, I'm gonna go get some stuff.
You there?
If you notice I'm running in weird angles, it's because as a lot of people have the same problem, the Valve Index controller is very susceptible to trigger stick drift. So I have bad stick drift on this controller.
New mods are now available. Please check the blueprint. Good day. Items are now online for purchase.
Let's see.
Thank you, everyone. Please collect your items.
Oh, wow. Okay, I need to get some...
See you again soon.
I need to go smelt some ore so I can make some upgrades. Well, let's go do that real quick. You can cut their head off. You can get some resources from it. Once I go to the next area, I'll show you how that works. Darn it. Oh well. remember if it's that tower or that tower. Nope, not this one. Oh, geez, it's not this one either.
Nara scum, capture it. Unstable creature.
That's one of the upgrade stations you use to upgrade your weapons.
Stop right there. Intruder to grenade out.
Okay, so this is what we were looking for right here. So it'll auto select all the items you can melt down. So I'm just going to select everything, pull the handle to dump it in. Okay, so now we've got some ore to work with. Let's see. So now I need to go make some batteries.
Welcome, patron. Please browse at your leisure. For your purchase. Goodbye.
Okay, 160 batteries. Awesome. Alright, so let's go get into a big battle. So what I'm going to do is go onto this platform. And the way this works is there's different levels. There's 13 different levels you go through. I've been through all but the last one. This will spawn waves of more and more powerful enemies, and each time you defeat several waves, then you get an item from this inventory here. So let's see what we get. Now this will spawn the biggest, baddest enemies in the game, and it'll spawn a lot of them.
Reinforcements remaining.
are so glitchy for getting up from ledges. It's always right on your ass. Not done yet. Not even close. Well, there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. It's been fun, guys. Come back. I'm going to have more Linux VR gaming for your entertainment. See how many times I can get my ass kicked on the next one. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.